this is Clash Royale, and if you don't know that, I'm really jealous. Clash Royale is trending for the past few months, and it's actually a really great game with a bunch of positive energy.
Wait, what?
Absolutely deserved. Free to play. And for some reason, the community is not happy.
Level 16. Level 16. Level 16.
Level 16.
Level 16.
Level 16.
Level 16 is officially here.
So let me fix that. I've been making this game in Unity. And since I've been playing Clash for about 8 years now, I know exactly what Supercell needs to do. If this video goes well, subscribe. I might as well publish this, because I guess everyone needs a bit of a competition. Clash Royale consists of arenas, a bunch of cards, and your hand, but you have the cards to actually play on the arena. And I want to add my own things, because I don't want to... Yeah. It also has tons of characters. And since I'm not some correct 3D artist, I cheated. Modeling characters will simply take about 48 years and a few mental breakdowns. So I decided to go to Unity, and I got this asset with a bunch of characters in it. It's not exact Clash style, but I guess it will work. Also, while scrolling, I noticed something else. This asset I already own is perfect Clash Royale tower, so I got that as well. Now, I do have characters, but where do I put them? I started building the Clash arena with just textured tiles. And for the things on the side, I went to Unity. And since Clash doesn't have perspective, I put the camera on orthographic projection. You probably noticed that this map is full of snow. Well, you know, since New Year is coming and December is usually full of snow, I decided to use this location specifically.
Sometimes my genius it's almost frightening.
The next big things, obviously towers. Because Clash without towers is like... I quickly wrote the script for the cannon to actually look at the troop it's targeting. And as you thought, it's working perfectly.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
And I managed to fix it. This guy is actually really smart. I should definitely subscribe and comment on this video. For prototype, Cannoneer will shoot balls. And it's working like a charm.
Actually, that's not how Cannoneers is supposed to shoot. You made a big mistake.
Shut the fuck. If you play Clash Royale ever, I'm sorry. You know that towers have range. So I placed this collider to act as a range. And this is just a simple cube, and I'm sure nothing will go terribly wrong later. And when the troop enters the range, yeah, this cube is a troop. Why do you give a fuck? Cannoneer shoots. And like in the original, I want the projectile to actually follow the target. And no, I don't mean in PTSD kind of way. And once it's locked, it has to hit, no matter where the troop goes. I did just that, and now let's see how it in. I just had to remove the rigid body from the projectile. Now my Cannoneer is actually working. It can target a troop in range, and once it dies, it can switch to the next closest one. Perfect.
NMNJ, they are too slow. Are you retarded?
Maybe. I will fix that later. And for the record, I actually went to see how fast Cannoneer is shooting in battle. Oh, I mean, there's a delay, but the projectile speed is a bit bigger. Perfect, I'll fix it. I applied the same logic to the second tower, and now we have two identical towers. Here's how it looks in gameplay. Projectiles deal damage, and each troop needs HP. Because without that, they will die faster than this trend. So I recreated a Clash Royale health system using 3D canvas, attached it to a troop, and it's super modular for the future characters. I will show that in a minute. And just like in a real game, HP bar is not showing until the troop actually takes the first damage. And when it hits 0, it dies. As it should. When it comes to characters, I guess I have like 46 from the 2 packs I got from... And since my tiny brain cannot decide which one to work on first, I decided to spin the wheel. Let's see. Oh, it tells you to subscribe. It landed on Werewolf. In Clash Royale, troops normally walk towards the towers, and they aren't scared of death. Walking and minding their own business. Just like me, where nothing would scare me or do anything. I lied. They do get interrupted by other troops or building, so I did just that. They walk towards the tower, but if the other troop is too close, they go to it. If you have eyes and you use them, you probably see that something is wrong here. It's just sliding. Good thing they all have their own animation for pretty much any activity. Okay, maybe not any activity, but now my really smart troop walks, sees the enemy, gets to it, and starts attacking. But it's not dealing any damage. And that is pretty bad if you want to uninstall someone's life. And as always, I managed to make it work. We're just going to ignore the fact that I spent over 10 hours on this. I just need attack origin, and this frame specifically what I wanted to attack actually happened. And it works. And this wolf cannot really be alone. Because when it's alone, it gets depressed, it's lonely, it sits at home all day, programs 24/7, so I doubled it and gave it to the next. And now we have enemy troops. Isn't that nice? I wanna die. I have to do all of this for 45 more characters. One crucial thing is missing. Hand. Not that one, but the one with the card. And don't worry about this UI, I will fix it in the next part. Basically, we need 4 cards in one hand, nice cycle, and elixir constantly counting. If you look closely, you will see that when you drag the card itself vanishes, and you have the name and transparent version of the card on the screen. And that's exactly what I did. I made a script for scriptable objects that will store name, preview object, and the actual card itself. I duplicated my werewolf and its material, made sure it's transparent, and I played with the alpha channel. And damn, you're even uglier now. Then I went to code the actual card in hand. you can drag the card around. I gave each tile on the arena this tag. And now when you drag the card over that tile, it should preview the object. It's working, you just don't see it. For some reason I cannot hover the card on my side, but I can on the other. And I had no clue what is the problem. I spent who knows how much, thousands of hours to figure out. Remember that Cannoneer range cube? I just had to ignore the collider. Kids, if you want to become game developers, friendly advice, never do. And it finally worked. And I tested with multiple characters that currently aren't doing anything. Just standing there, useless, not a single thought in head. So far I recreated basic ClashJulia mechanics. I think recreated is a bit of a strong word. And let me tell you about what I wanted to change a bit. Since I have a bunch of characters, maybe it could be a good idea if I managed to merge them somehow. But when I think about it, that means I have to make my own characters, and we know I don't do that. And it maybe ends up being weird anyways.
You are not.
Or, I have many versions of my characters here. As you can see, they're kind of evolving. So I thought, that sentence isn't commonly used when it comes to me. What if the deck was built around those baby cards? And as they kill other troops, it gains XP, and it evolves mid-game to a bigger version. And once you unlock the big version, it stays in your deck and you can play it again. But that's not all. I will, for testing, recreate the Plants vs Zombies game mode because I cannot make multiplayer yet. Because of many reasons. And in the next part you will see what happens if I build a bunch of different game modes. Only one bridge, capture the flag, and to actually see everything I'm working on. Stay tuned. Subscribe.